It's Sunday, folks, and the world is still in crisis. Folks, have you forgotten that Donald Trump is a real estate guy? Have you forgotten that his son in law, who's not part of his cabinet, is a real estate guy? Have you forgotten that Wickoff, his friend, and he's got a position there, I forget what it is a real estate guy? J.D. Vance is not. Why was Trump sending real estate people to try to make peace? Why is not Trump going himself? After all, J.D. Vance will be on the phone with him the entire time. He has no authority. He's just another puppet for Trump, okay? And that Trump, when things go sour, can use for his downfall guy and blame it all on Vance, who he's not too crazy about, as we know. Don't forget when Trump went over to Israel and visited Gaza, don't forget what he said that he wanted to build there. Netanyahu wants war. Why does he want war? Because he wants more land. That's all he's trying to achieve. So that makes him and Trump the same. And this is why I believe that Trump is sending Odin. It's not the dumbest time to be alive. Be thankful that we're alive. All right? Yeah, you're right, Odin. All right. Good morning, Bashy. How are you? Okay. I thank you folks for coming. And please don't forget, subscribe. Hit that like button because that helps me with the algorithm and that, shows that you should support my channel. Okay, folks, let's go back a little bit. All right. Because this was on my mind when I heard Trump do this. Changing the Department of Defense to the Department of War. War and defense means two different things to me. Okay? Department of Defense is supposed to defend us people, the United States of America. Trump changed it to war. Trump has nobody with a good military background in his cabinet. The people he's sending to talk to the Iranians this week, they got no knowledge of the military. None of them have been in the military, including Trump. Trump was not in the military. Remember how he got out because he had something with his toes that his father paid for to get him out? Okay? Everybody forgets. All right? Now, let's take it to the next step, Department of War. And you got to remember something. When Trump says something, think the opposite. Okay? All right? Somebody mentioned Haitian Jack. Don't why you wasting my time with him. All right? So now, what is Trump doing? We have over 50,000 troops waiting over there in Iran to go to war. Why would you spend all this money, send all these troops there if you're going to make peace? If you really wanted to make peace. Okay? Why would you start a registry for the draft that everybody between the ages of 18 and 26, all right, automatically get registered? Why? If you're not thinking of war, you don't need it, right? Then, in case you missed it, this week they went to Ford and General Motors to get them to change their production line to start making war equipment. Now, why would they do that if they wanted peace? Okay? I don't hate Burger King. Whoever said that. Hello, Lucia. How are you? Hello, Jacob. Thank you for coming. BC Camping, Major Streamlining. How did he? So, folks, do I make sense? Huh? You're right there, Oz. All right. He's doing the same thing Germany did prior to World War II. Okay? Huh? Now, there's a ceasefire with Lebanon and Israel. Big deal. I don't think it'll last. Okay? Netanyahu don't want peace. He doesn't want peace. And remember something. When Netanyahu leaves office, he's facing court over there. He's got a lot of legal problems himself. All right? And the only way he stops it is by staying in office. All right? But very good wasn't time. All right. Thank you for posting that there. Yes, Nile Pine. I did serve in the Army. 25th Infantry Division, 1963 to 66. Okay. You know what was going on then, don't you? Okay. We were in another war that we should not have been in. But we were. At the end of the day, we lose a lot of soldiers. We lose a lot of young men. So I have a question. Why in the world Trump can get on Air Force One? He's flying someplace every day, but he's not going to Pakistan to negotiate a peace deal. Why? Does anybody have an answer? Come on, let's hit that like button. Okay? We got a lot of people here. I want to thank you all for coming. All right, and let's hit that like button. Okay? Yeah, MAGA wanted it. They're going to get it. Thank you, Agent Orange. How does he even know how to use this app? You know what? I'm 81 years old. But you know what I have? I have intelligence. I am intelligent. I'm not bragging. Okay, you know why? Because I read. I do something that most of you don't do. I read. I study. Even at my age, I continue doing it. All right? Oh, folks, huh? Making repossessing cars now? Eh, well, they got to get them back somehow. All right? Now, folks, I want to make this very clear. Some people ask, why do I hate on Trump? I don't hate Trump. No, I don't. But I will call out him or anybody else, all right? Him or anybody else that I feel is lying, is not truthful, okay, and not doing their job the proper way. That's me, folks. And come on, can't we get those likes up there? All right, folks, why are you so lazy to hit a goddamn like button? All right, and if you don't like me, hit the thumbs down, okay? I don't care which one you hit, but hit something, okay? Thank you wasn't me. Trump is a baby, okay? I don't know if Trump's ever been in a fight in his life. Does anybody know that? I don't think so. Oh, he's good at threatening, but it's always been my position on the streets. Nobody threatens somebody's life. They didn't do it like that. No, they just did it. But Trump comes out threatening, all right? Now, Wednesday's a big day because the ceasefire ends. So here we are. We got Vance going tomorrow. Okay. You got Trump saying on Friday morning that Iran agreed to everything. And then Iran comes out and says, we never said no such thing, that Trump was wrong on everything that he said. They didn't agree. Who is Trump talking to? Who is he talking to? Where's he getting this from? Hmm? Hey, folks, keep hitting that like button and subscribe. All right? Oh, Trump still has to go out there and get that. He's I call him our celebrity president. Okay? He doesn't have the apprentice no more, so he's using his platform for TV time. He loves being on TV. All right? But yeah, I wouldn't. Gas prices didn't go lower here. Had they gone lower where you're at? No. Ships are turning back into Port of Home. Yeah, Iran opened it up, but who was blocking it? Who had the blockade? Donald Trump. So how is the strait open? Iran says we'll open it. They did say that, but Trump kept his blockade there. So either both, if they really wanted to have a peace talk, Iran would open it up and Trump would take out the blockade. He didn't do that. Why? Hmm? Just seen on the news, a California woman is charged with trafficking arms for Iran. She got caught at Los Angeles, at LAX, LA, Los Angeles Airport. Come on, folks, let's hit those likes. Get me to that magic mark. I'm happy at 100. Let's keep it going. Okay? And then you got it, folks. Pope Leo is much smarter than Donald Trump ever thought of being. You know, yesterday when I said take the high road or the low road, and Trump goes after the Pope and took the low road, the Pope takes the high road. I will not debate Trump on this issue. All the Pope was doing was saying the same thing that I heard every other Pope talk about. Okay? They want world peace. That's what the church is about. One of the things. Come on, folks, get me out. We're getting close there. 64. Keep hitting that like button. Come on. Boom, 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 boom. Hit that like button, folks. Okay? Now, tell me what you want to talk about now. I did find my pictures from the Vatican, but I also want to talk about that big, beautiful bill that Trump got passed. Big, beautiful bill. It's 870 pages. 870 pages. Of course, I didn't read it. I'm not going to read. All right. Kim asks if I'm drinking. I don't drink, Kim. So sorry for that. Let's talk about this big, beautiful bill here before I show you pictures of the Vatican. Paperwork, paperwork. Let's see. All right. A report, nonprofit consumer advocacy organization, says the law will cut $911 billion in federal spending. I want you folks to pay close attention to this. All right? 911 billion in federal spending on Medicaid and CH chip over 10 years, according to estimates 911 billion. But yet, we have given the Ukraine 188 billion. We have given Israel over 30 billion. But they're cutting from us, you and I. They're taking from us to give to these other countries. Okay? Currently, California provides Medicaid coverage to eligible adults and children through Medi-Cal, the state's public health insurance program. The state also uses Medi-Cal to support behavioral health services for children, teens, and young adults under 21, connecting those with mental health needs to care through county-based systems and managed care providers. Okay, what else they got in this big, beautiful bill? All right, it's 870 pages. You know that every senator and every congressman got a little something in there for their own pockets. You know that. Folks, keep hitting that like button and subscribe, okay? Don't be lazy, okay? Get some energy in you. Hit that like button. Boom, 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 boom. All right. It helps with the algorithm and lets other people know that I'm live. Okay. Focus represents a major, nearly 1,000-page overhaul of federal spending and tax policy aimed at implementing key elements of the agenda. Trump's agenda. Come on, folks. We need 20 more likes over here. Okay, let's do it. According to a law summary from Stinson, the 800 cent bill was designed to cover nearly every sector of the American economy, except to help the people. You and I. All right? Okay? What's it really doing, folks? What's it really doing? Okay? I'm going to tell you what it's really doing. All right? Across the country, 446 hospitals are going to be closing, facing a heightened risk of closing, cutting services, or laying off workers due to federal Medicaid funding cuts, according to a new report. New federal requirements set to take effect next year could cause as many as 1.4 million Californians to lose coverage in the first year and 3.4 million over the next 10 years. That's only California. How many throughout the country with 446 hospitals in trouble? There could be hospitals in your backyard, hospitals that everybody needs, okay? But they don't care. Look at what they're doing. They can't make a deal on right. They can't get together on insurance. Okay? What are you paying for medical insurance? I'm on Medicare. Okay? I paid into it. You know how much I pay for Medicare? I have to. I have extra coverage I have to pay for. I'm paying over $500 a month now. Used to be three. Now it's five. And I'm sure you're all paying more. Okay, I'm not the only one. Only mean yes, I'm okay, thank you. Hmm. Folks, I went to drove around this morning and went to Target down on La Cienega Boulevard. Okay, the parking lot was almost empty. People are not out shopping. This parking lot would be full on a Sunday morning. It's not. I drive by gas station that normally would be full with a lot of people filling their tanks. It wasn't. There were two cars. All right. What do you read? Oh, I read on books. I read Daniel De Silva, Michael Connolly, Baldici. I got a lot of authors that I read on books. Jacob, thank you for hitting that like button. Okay, I appreciate it, my friend. All right. You know what? I think it's too late right now. Okay. I think, come on, folks, we're at 99. Come on, I know we got a lot more likes out of you people there. Okay, 99. All right. I want to thank everybody who's hitting that thanks button and showing your love and support. You know, folks, one thing I'm big on loyalty. I'm loyal to a lot of people because they're loyal to me, and I never put them under the bus. Trump puts everybody, he wants loyalty, but does not give loyalty back. Now, people say, oh, you hate Trump. And I keep telling you, I don't hate Trump. Okay? But I'm not the only one that's disillusioned with what he promised when he ran for office to what he's doing. He's not doing anything he said. Yeah, he did a little bit. He closed the border. He closed the border. He's got some good ideas. He's got some good plans, but he doesn't implement them. He gets into things and doesn't know how it's going to end. If you're going to start something, you should know what the ending's going to be. I want to thank you. You got me over 100 likes, folks. Keep doing it, all right? Christ is king, okay? Yes, Christ is king, folks. The Pope is my Pope. I have a friend. I had a friend. And I need your help here, all right? I need your help. I knew this woman. She's 87 years old, 88, something like that. Moved from here to Boca Raton, Florida, okay? She selected Trump over the Pope. This is a woman that goes to church every Sunday, calls me up, asks me if I went to church, okay? But she denounces our Pope, the head of the Roman Catholic Church, with over 1 billion people under him. That's crazy. Let's go. You want to see some pictures, folks? I'm going to tell you, if any of you ever had the opportunity, you got to go to Italy. You got to go to the Vatican. It's the most amazing place I've ever been to. Now, I was fortunate because my friend Piero Santini, he had a friend who makes like Gucci bags, and he had a good in with the Vatican. And keep hitting that like button. And folks, if you haven't subscribed, help me. It helps with the algorithm, they say. All right. I can't give you an answer whether it does, it don't. I really don't. But that's what other people say. So try to help me keep hitting that like button. Okay. And all right, folks. I hope you can see this. All right. That's a picture with me with a priest at one of the, I got to tell you how it began. Okay, I told you before yesterday. I'll tell you again. Okay, uh, we had a tour of the Vatican that they only give to world dignitaries. It's not the tour that everybody gets when they go to St. Peter's there at the Vatican. It's not. We had a special tour, all right, of things that only world dignitaries see. So I was there. We had two attorneys, okay? And you can see here's a street in the Vatican. The Vatican's a real city, folks. It's a real city, okay? Yeah, it is. Now, here's a picture of all of us, all right, before we began the exhibit, okay? First person here, that's Piero Santini. Okay, very dear friend of mine. He lives in Florida. Next is me. And then is Serenella. Serenella is a lawyer in Italy. And I got to tell you what happened at the end of this here. And folks, look at, I forgot all this stuff. Some of this stuff is what Napoleon gave to the Vatican. Okay, different, uh, the headpieces that the popes wear are all different ones. They all had different ones made up for them. Okay. This is a picture when we were winding down the exhibit and we got to the final place of looking at different things. Okay, I can't remember the things exactly. Okay, but it was at that point, okay, that something in my life that I will never forget happened. Okay, Sarah Nella comes to me and tells me, "You got to tip the priest." And Chris, I don't listen to CNN, I don't listen to MSN, and I don't listen to Fox. Okay? Uh, so, anyway, I said, look at went in my pocket. And look at this was a time when $200. All right, Snake, thank you, my friend, and hitting that like button, thanks button. I appreciate it, my friend. Okay. Uh, so I $200, and I tell Sarah, no, you give it to him. So she said, oh, he'll be real happy. Now she walks over. I'm watching her. She gives the 200 to the priest who gave us the tour. All right. Somebody's asking me if I'm Jewish, and I'm telling them about my experience at the Vatican and that I'm a Roman Catholic. How could you ask if I'm Jewish? All right. He lit up like you can't believe when he got that 200. Now, I thought the exhibit was ending there, but instead he added something on. He gets this, he says, follow me. And we go up these stairs. And we get to a room, and there's all these nuns ironing, cleaning, doing this, doing that. And I look around, and then there was a big wall with all windows. And on the other side of that was where the Pope lived. Yeah. And now here we are. We're all amazed what we're seeing. You know the balcony that the Pope goes out on Sunday? It was right there. Now this priest, he takes just me, and we walk over to these big wooden cabinets, and there was a place to kneel down. He had me kneel down. He opens that big wooden cabinet. Then he kneels down next to me, and he opens up this big wooden box. And he takes out a cross. Yeah, a cross. And he lays it in my hands. And he says, do you recognize that? And there I am. I'm holding this cross. And I look at him. I says, this is the cross that the Pope wears on Sunday? And he goes, yes. And folks, I gotta tell you, goosebumps went right up my arm, through my body. It was such a moment. To me, it was a big thing. Okay. And God bless that I had that opportunity to have that. But I wanted to show that to you. So many different things. All right, there. It's hard for me to show you all these pictures, but everything you see is from a different pope, from the first pope, all right, to the current. Okay. You know what I mean? Can you see things? Something. Let me try to find the one. Napoleon. You know, Napoleon. This is everything they had since Napoleon raided the Vatican. Did you know that Napoleon Bonaparte raided the Vatican and robbed everything at one time? There's Leone, okay. Uh, and I told you about the stairs we had to go up to, okay. Can you see, folks? That's after we got approved by the Swiss guard to be able to go in there, okay. And that's Pierre over there with the mustache. Good looking guy. Piero's an awesome, amazing person, folks. Okay. Having the opportunity to go to Italy and have my friend Piero Santini, who was born there, you have no idea how good it was. And I never had to look at the menu. He knows how to order the food. He knows his wines. It was just really seriously awesome. Okay. Yes, Tish, I just showed they're closing hospitals all over the country. 446 hospitals. Okay. They're closing down because of Trump's big, beautiful bill. Who the hell is it beautiful to? Come on, folks, subscribe. Hit that like button. Let's keep it going. Okay? Come on, keep it going, folks. Help me out. All right? Big, beautiful bill. Let's see. I want to find what Napoleon. There it is. Okay. That's what Napoleon gave back to the Vatican. Beautiful piece, isn't it? Forgot how many diamonds encrusted it is. But I wanted to share that with you folks. Okay? Folks, everybody's going to need health insurance. What's going on in this country? I have no idea. But at 81 years old, I have never seen the United States of America in such upheaval. Huh? Yeah, we're paying for Israel every single day. Why? 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 Why are we paying for Israel? What's Netanyahu have on Donald Trump? I'm saying he's got a lot of dirt because that's what the Mossad does. They get dirt on people and then they blackmail them. Okay? They know all about Jeffrey Epstein. All right? Yeah, people keep asking me. I say a million times, I'm a Roman Catholic. I was born a Roman Catholic. I'll die a Roman Catholic. Okay? Do I go to church every Sunday? No, I don't. And when I do go to church, I go there when there's no mass because I don't understand the mass. Okay? And I go and I have a talk with the man himself. Get down, I kneel down, and I pray. Okay? Yes, I pray. I pray from the morning I get up. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, and I put my feet on the floor. I pray to the Lord Jesus Christ, my Savior, and I thank Him for giving me another blessed day. Yes, I do that, folks. And I'm a gangster at heart, I gotta tell you. Make no qualms about it. All right? And I send money once a month. I write a check that I send to the House of Good Shepherd, the church that I belong to here in Beverly Hills. Tax season, nobody buying anything. Folks, there's something going on. People are buying less and less all the time. Gas prices, people are not going there and filling their tank. I try to keep it my tank full every day. I top it off when I could. All right, and mm, yes, I'm American. I was born in the United States. Okay, how many times do I got to tell you I'm Italian, and you keep asking me if I'm Jewish? Are you a bot? Okay, are you just a troll? I don't know why I get so many trolls on YouTube, but on TikTok I don't get them. I can't figure it out. Okay. Well, folks, we talked about the world economy. We talked about why isn't Trump going to Pakistan to negotiate a peace deal? You know why? Because he doesn't want peace. All right. Remember, there's big money to be made in wars, but it's only the same people who make it's that 20% that make the money in the stock market. They're the same one who make the money during a war. Banks finance wars. They make big money. Banks have financed both sides to the war. It's a win-win for them. But we don't win a goddamn thing. Okay? So, they could talk billions because most people will never have a billion, never understand what a billion is. Okay? And they make it sound like it's big. But yet, Trump is giving billions, and Biden did the same thing. Trump's not the only one. Every one of our presidents giving billions of dollars to other countries and not paying attention to this United States of America and to its citizens of this country. Now, tell me you're not disgusted with that. Tell me you like that. I don't think you do. Well, folks, I talked long enough here. I've been here for 45 minutes. Okay, I thought I'd come on for a couple minutes today. I want to thank you all for coming. All right, please, before I go, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Come on, please do that there. Subscribe, and hit that like. You got me to 140. All right, I love you folks. I come here and I do this for only you folks. All right. I thank you all. Have a great Sunday. And as usual, all my love and respect to each and every one of you. Thank you. Take care now.